Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video. Here we are working on the EF today. We're also throwing some new wheels on the DA. You'll see that here in a second. A couple things, if you get a chance, run over to thedragonspec.com. Follow the link in the description because for some reason we're Googling it and I don't know if it's because it's a new website, but it's not coming up. We're trying to figure that out. We do have some big news. The next video that I'm dropping, I'm going to be dropping the rest of the prizes, and first place in the giveaway is now changed. So the Wireworks harness will be the second place. We're doing an even bigger first place, but if you get a chance, pick up a shifter bundle or a pair of glasses bundle. We're gonna go over all of those details in the next video. Hopefully the first place prize will be here so we can show you exactly what it is. So let's get into the video. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Boys and girls, welcome back to another video. What are we doing today? Working on some stuff. If you notice, we got wheels on the car. There's another stack of wheels over here that pouring rain yesterday. Ordered some tires, they showed up, and I had these wheels that I got a while ago. I've actually had them in boxes for a while. I got them last year sometime. I got them on a good deal, so I picked them up. Now, I'm not sure if I want to put these on the DA or the EF, but one of the sets of wheels have to go on either car. These, I ended up getting the Falconazini RT615s, and that's at 205 5015, and that's because the RT660s were out of stock, and I kind of wanted them pretty quick because I want to get the EF drivable back on the road. I probably will fit these onto the DA and see how they look. These are 15 by 6.5 plus 38. So it should be about the same fitment. Plus I need to get an alignment. Okay, we got kids in the house helping daddy. It's great. We got the slips over here. And taking a look at these Circuit 8s, see how they look on the car. Let her down nice and slow. Well, I'm gonna pull it outside and take a look at what it looks like. That makes sense. Yeah, now we're gonna take it outside and take a look at what it looks like. Let me get my Hyundai on. I don't know, what you think? I kinda like the color combo. It's really bright out here, so it's kind of hard to get a real sense of it. I feel like I need to lower the front. I really want to raise the rear. I'm working on trying to get another set of coilovers. These are obviously for the EF. They need to come off this car and go back on the EF. And I need to put a proper set of coilovers on this car. I kind of like it. What do you think, Logan? Remember, kids, torque them wheels. Teach them kids how to torque them wheels. It's nice when you get other people to do it, isn't it? Well, my body tired. You need to move in. You know what? About to be my new assistant. You hired. All right, we got the DA in the garage with the Circuit 8s on here. They look pretty good. I didn't go very far on them, but I honestly think I'm gonna keep these wheels on the DA for now. Of course, I love the slips. So I think I'm gonna keep these wheels on the DA for now and get these wheels back on to the EF and try to get the EF over here because we need to throw the starter on the EF, or I may just throw the starter on over there. So I'm gonna pull this out. All right, so also, before we move on to the EF, I'm just gonna go over one last little thing about this guy here. So if you notice how it's sitting, you know, we've got a good bit of height right here. I could probably stand to go a little lower in the front. A little bit, even though I do like a conservative ride height. I'm not really a super slam type of guy. However, it would look phenomenal if I just lower the front a little bit, then I could get in an alignment. The rear is tucking, just about. It looks really good. Camber is a little aggressive in my opinion, you know, but these rear fenders are not rolled. But it feels like it's fine, like it'll be fine. I've been trying to get a different suspension for this vehicle. If you didn't catch the build video, we put the function and forms from the EF onto this car. Well, these need to go back on the EF, these function and forms, because it just doesn't work or sit right. So that means this car needs some coilovers. Now, I need a much stiffer suspension, and not only do the function and forms not go high enough in the rear, they're not stiff enough for the DA. They are perfect for the EF. So I've been talking to a few companies. It's just kind of a waiting game right now. I think the issue is like supply chain stuff, so it's just a waiting game for suspension. I may go with something else in the meantime because it's just hard to get stuff right now. You know, I don't want this thing to be sitting on jack stands. Thing looks good. I always love slips, but man, those circuits work on that thing. All right, we're over here on the EF. We got the EF on jack stands and we are pulling the wheels off. My lovely assistant is here. That's my son. As of right now, I do have the max speeding rod coilovers on the EF. I am actually going to, for the moment, I'm gonna leave them on there, put the wheels on, just see how the max speeding rod coils feel in this car. But the likelihood of them staying is unlikely. But if you notice here, you can see how much tire I was eating away. We do have a rear camber kit on here, which is great. I'm gonna pull the bumper off and we're gonna swap out the headlights. And also, shout out again to Resto Tuner, because whatever bolts we have left over, we are gonna swap them out with some fresh zinc 10 mils. Back together with the factory headlights back in, amber corners. This thing is kind of jacked up a little high. I need to do the suspension, but it's on the slips for now. Dragon spit. This thing feels so good on the I might pull this out and put it in the DA. I think I will do that, as a matter of fact. Alright, well, We've got to put back together with the factory headlights. We've got the slips back on, the max speeding rod, suspension on, and it's actually up a little high, which I kind of like. I may make an adjustment, slam it down. I'm not sure, but I may leave it like this for now and just make it a good driver. And for the DA, we got to pull into the garage, make a last minute suspension adjustment, and take her to a car meet. Clearly is a little lifted up. I really didn't take a lot of time to set up the height or suspension. I kind of do like this because, as you can tell, if you see, you know, it was lowered down before and it was eating the tire up pretty bad. Just for right now, I'm going to leave this the way it is, and then probably coming up soon do some more suspension stuff, maybe lower it down a little bit. Still trying to figure out what to do about suspension for this guy before I pull the suspension off and put it over here, because strangely enough, you know, the max speeding rod coilovers are great for an EF because it's so light. Driver side, passenger side. Just seems like it needs to come down a little bit on this side or go up. I almost want to say go up a little bit on this side. All right, so taking a gander at this thing, we definitely need to come up a little bit on the driver side. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. She's tucking a little bit too much on the driver's side. So I've got the side raised up just enough. I'm pretty sure I've got them even at this point. I have a tip for you guys that's super important that I want to express. Now on this channel, you watch us use power tools and guns, and you know, I love them, of course. They do a lot of work. Let it be said, when you're doing a lot of suspension work, taking a car fully apart, putting it back together, always make sure that you do a hand bolt check. You know, as you're working on the car, the batteries get low, and sometimes, you know, ugga-duggas aren't really what you think they are. I just went around the vehicle and I did a bolt check before the first time that I drove it, and then I just did another bolt check. Everything's pretty much tight. However, there were a couple of bolts, about 4 bolts, that would just go an extra quarter turn, you know, on the subframe, and what do you call them, the traction control rods on these are a little funny, but it cannot be stressed enough. Make sure that you go around the car either with a torque wrench or just tighten the bolts and make sure that they are tight by hand, not just by a gun. And you know, just an element of safety. Keep yourself safe, stay safe when you're working on a car. Do it right. All right, guys, that wraps up the video. We're going to be working on the EF some more coming up in the future. Remember, stay tuned for the next video, and go to thedragonspec.com. Pick yourself up a giveaway bundle. First place is amazing. I can't wait to tell you in the next video. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.